Let's start with a breathing exercise to begin with. And you can either do this seated, in cross-legged, or kneeling, a comfortable seat. You can have your back resting on a wall if it's more comfortable for you to rest onto something. And you can be sitting on a chair as well. So any of those options, you don't have to sit on the floor, it can be on a chair. And if you just notice that you have a long, tall spine, very comfortable, relaxing your shoulders back and down as you get comfy, let's take a mudra called Padme Mudra, which you may have seen on Facebook, where we place our thumbs and little fingers together with all the other fingers outstretched to the sides, and then we bring our thumbs to our sternum with a bit of pressure, a slight holding there at our chest center, our heart center. And as we close our eyes, let's start to take big, deep, conscious breaths, noticing your breath, noticing how your breath journeys and travels through your body, and the pathway, the rhythm of your own natural deep breathing. Noticing how with an inhale your belly swells and the breath rises up through your lungs to the top of your collarbones. As you exhale, the breath descends down in a way as you let go of the air, and this clears your body, drawing lower belly in at the end of your exhale to enhance this and yoke your core. Inhaling, we expand the belly with the lungs as the diaphragm presses the belly out and you fill up fully. As you exhale, softening, releasing, noticing the energy descending and drawing lower belly in. Keeping that going, please, in your own rhythm. Noticing the experience of your breath. Can you deepen this to be fully comfortable with ease and steadiness? Can you deepen the experience to be with enjoyment and delight, with curiosity? And possibly you can try to circle the breath with the breath at the front of your body as you inhale, and noticing the back as well. And then at the exhale, you notice the back of the body, while you notice your lower belly drawing in, the lower belly at the end. So there's this slight enhancing circle with an inhale to fill up and an exhale to empty out. And as you keep that going round, just maybe noticing further and further, deeper and deeper, enjoying the experience of your conscious breath, of your life force, of the breath that is within all beings, all animals, and even plants and trees, of all life on this planet, with oxygen generated and circling round. And the circles of night and day, the circles of the seasons, the circles of the moon, the circles of the planets, the circle of our patterns in life and our breath, and this cyclical nature of returning and expanding, of awareness and of growing into awareness, is our attention and our invitation when we practice meditation and when we practice any conscious, intentional magic work. Let's take 3 more breaths like this, just centering and preparing ourselves, please. Noticing and welcoming yourself to this space. Noticing your body, your skin, your legs, your feet. And welcoming how you are, just as you are, in your own emotions, in your own thinking, in your own way. Just as you are, welcoming the wholeness, welcoming it all. And maybe this starts to encourage your sense of awareness outward slightly, out to the space around you, out to the room. Now let's use our breath consciously to breathe with the space of the room. So possibly you release your hands if they feel like they're causing any tension with this mudra, and you can circle your wrists if you need to. You can hold the mudra still or place your hands on your laps. And if you place your hands on your laps, perhaps you touch index finger and thumb together in a circle. And we'll return to that mudra very soon as well. So maybe have a break from it if it's causing any tension. Once we've decided our placement of our hands, let's tune into this breath of expansion through the space of our whole being and the space around us again. With an inhale, let's fill up fully and imagining your breath all the way up to the tip of your nose. And then holding the breath in, unless you're pregnant or you have high blood pressure, please. Holding the breath in. If you're pregnant or you have high blood pressure, letting it go now. And returning to your own natural breath if that is the case. As we hold the breath in, let's now breathe out all together, everyone. As we exhale, breathe out of our mouths and have a big sighing noise, maybe a shh noise or a ha noise or just letting go, sighing noise. And then as you inhale again, filling up all the way to the top and to the tip of your nose, noticing that. And then holding the breath in, unless you're pregnant or you have high blood pressure, please. And if you have that, let's just breathe out now. And then again, let's hold the breath in, everybody, and then sigh out, letting it all go, sighing out and expanding all around to the energy within and around. And one more time, inhaling, filling up fully into the tip of your nose. And once again, either choosing to hold the breath in or breathe out now. And then preparing with the fullness of your breath, holding the breath in. And now let's sigh out again, sighing out, releasing with a ha sound or shh, or any sound that comes naturally as you sigh. Great. Taking your hands into Padme Lotus Mudra again, please. Let's focus on affirmation, Aham Prema, I am divine love. Aham Prema, I am divine love. And with an inhale, we breathe in Aham. And as you exhale, Prema, Prema. Inhale, Aham. And exhale, Prema. Again, continuing with that. And this means I am divine love. And maybe you can place the palms of the hands and the fingertips all together, or holding that lotus mudra, whatever feels most comfortable. And perhaps you can, with an inhale, open the petals of the lotus with aham. And as you exhale, pressing the fingers all together with prema. Aham as you inhale. And prema as you exhale. Aham as you inhale. And prema as you exhale. Continuing in your own time. And this mantra helps to really center you in your divine soul essence of divine love, of connection for all, of your own hearts, of your own self, love inside, and yourself love for all around as the truth of all, as all grows from love and returns to love. Let's breathe with us a few more rounds, please, with aham as you inhale and prana as you exhale. And one more. Great, let's circle the backs of the hands together and then the fingers move down and around in a big circle with the thumb tips and the little fingers coming back together to your heart center. And you can continue that as this stretches your wrists a little bit and the forearms, and this clears the energy of your heart chakra. Maybe you make the motion, the gesture a little bit wider each time, increasing the height as you reach up the hands above the head, and then you draw the lotus flower down through your crown chakra to your heart, down to your root as you turn the backs of the hands and the fingers around, and then back up to your crown and through your chakra system, the wheels of light, the energy centers of your body, down to your root and around up to your crown, and then down to your heart once more. Great. Let's now do another energy clearing exercise, please, an aura cleansing. We inhale, lift our hands overhead, touch the backs of your shoulders, and then as you exhale, sigh out again, releasing and offering your hands forward with the palms turned up, down towards the ground or touch the ground. Inhale, raise the hands up again, touch the back of your heart, your shoulders, and exhale, releasing this as you allow the hands to come forward, blessing you, blessing your space, and sighing out. Let's take 3 more breaths like this together. Inhaling and exhale, sighing out. Inhaling and exhale, sighing out. Once more. Great, now we're going to do some tapping on our heads, tapping the crown of the head like little raindrops, but putting a bit of pressure on, so make a bit of noise, and you hear this noise through your skull, through your crown, tap around the sides and the back, and anywhere that feels a bit sensitive, maybe you just press a little bit gentler or harder, whatever you need tonight to just massage out any head tension and drop into your body, drop down to the space of your body and your heart. And as you're tapping, let's come around to our cheekbones and in your own way, down through your cheekbones to your jaw. You can slow this down and be a bit slower and just kind of go a bit faster to demonstrate. Maybe alternating speeds and exploring slowness and fastness is quite nice as well, and gentleness and a little bit more pressure, and how your fingers are tapping as well. So maybe you're just tapping very lightly and quite slowly in a way, and then harder and faster and more vigorous in your own time. Just noticing, and if you notice both sides of your face, maybe one side feels slightly different than the other, mine does, and maybe one side of your jaw does. Maybe you're feeling the tension of your jaw. If you want to now circle the fingers round the line of your jaw and down your jaw, up your jaw in your own way, you can notice this with both hands at first, and then choose one hand and just try noticing it with just one hand and how the sensation changes as you massage with just one hand, how you can tap in a little bit more perhaps, and it gets a bit more sensitive. Or maybe two hands are better for you. We're all different. So trying what's right for you and noticing what's the best way is the way I teach a lot of things. And then once we've done that, and we'll massage back up to our cheekbones, find the place in the middle of your cheekbone and press up into that spot. And you can either press underneath the cheekbone a little bit itself or just in front of the cheekbone. So just in front would be not so hard. Underneath is a little bit harder. And this actually wakens the activation of collagen and upward rising energy of our face. So it's a good point to press onto for everyone. And it also helps tension of the jaw to release. As we do this, let's just open our mouth. I know we may look a bit funny. You don't have to necessarily look at the camera like me, but open your mouth wide and then move your jaw from side to side. So we're opening wide and moving side to side. Great. Now, once you've done that, just gently massage up to the sides of your temples. And both temples, it's interesting how they're called temples, with our brain above and the temple just here are between our eyes and between all the senses of our body, of our eyes, our nose, our ears, our mouth, our skin. And then let's massage over our eyebrows. So as you massage your eyebrows, just allowing the eyebrows to be lengthened out to your temples with a bit of pressure, release, and then come back to center. You can start to move the fingers into the center of your forehead, your brow center, your third eye, and your chakra, with two petals of the sun and the moon opening. The two eyes that we have and the two different energies of all beings and all energies of the world, masculine and feminine, and that our soul has these two energies, and also our body, our personality, our mind, our health. Great, so putting a bit of pressure again at the sides of your head. Now just take your hands and turn them so the fingers are facing into the hairline, and just start to put a bit of pressure into your hairline and through the back of the skull. And then just find a point at the back of the skull, the center of the skull. Move the hands down to the ridge, the occiput still point ridge, and press there for a few moments. Let's close our eyes now and take a few big breaths. And what we're going to do, and then inhale, lift the breath up through the body, and then hold it for count of 6, noticing our brain, noticing the patterns that we would like to release from our brain. Maybe you know these, maybe you don't. And if you're pregnant or you have high blood pressure, please releasing that now. Otherwise, everybody holding for a few more moments, please. And then breathing those out either through your nose or through your mouth. We'll do this 3 more times, inhaling up through the body and putting this pressure on the base of the brain, the beginning of the brain tissue, the mind, and the spinal column that feeds all of our organs, all of our movements, all of our communication throughout our body. And holding the breath in again, you may feel a lot of warmth being generated. And again, if you're pregnant with high blood pressure, releasing now. If you're not, please hold for a few more moments. And then let's sigh out or breathe out of the nostrils. And then doing that one more time, softening your shoulders as they could be creating a bit of tension now, and possibly softening the pressure on the back of the head. And maybe you just let your head drop back a tiny bit if that's not uncomfortable. And once we hold the breath in this time, after we've breathed out, either through our nostrils or sighing, try to swallow after you've done that. And if you're pregnant or you have high blood pressure, you can breathe out now again and then swallow straight away. Otherwise, everyone holding the breath in for a few moments. And then sighing or breathing out and swallowing after you've done so. Great. Let's take our hands to our shoulders and circle around the elbows just to release any shoulder tension that built up. I know it's quite strong, isn't it? And as you do this, you can imagine that your heart wings are moving with your elbows, with your hands, on your shoulders, easing your heart wings out to the sides and expanding your heart, which you'll be doing really soon as well. Okay, let's start to tap the collarbones and tap over your collarbones a little bit. Then we'll tap down one arm to the front of the hand and then back up through the inside of the hand, the arm, to your armpit and across your collarbone again. Go over to the other arm when you're ready. We'll just do one on one side and one on the other. You can do this 3 times on both sides if you want to as well, but just for a clearing exercise, coming into your heart, maybe making a little bit of a noise. As you can hear from my voice, it makes this like really nice reverberating noise. Maybe as you breathe now, you consciously make a noise. Great, let's stop that and then just sweep down one arm 3 times, please. And sweep down the other arm 3 times. Great, clearing our heart field as well with an inhale. Let's raise the hands up to the sky. And as you exhale, take your hands down to the sides. Keep that going. 2 more breaths, please. Imagining your heart opening with wings of your heart, flying and soaring with love. Inhale, rising. And exhale, softening, lowering down, releasing, sending this to the earth as well. Great. We're now going to either lie down or stay seated for our meditation tonight. I recommend if you want to be as comfy as possible, lie down. You don't necessarily have to stay seated at all. Just choose what's right for you. And as you lie, or stay seated, try to be as comfortable as possible. So set yourself up with the intention that you're going to receive healing and really feel into your own receiving. This is a treat for yourself, a nice pampering, a great way to connect and center and resource, finding into a thriving energy, finding your way, how to bring that into yourself just by your intention, by setting up like this. Okay, once we've got as comfortable as possible, let's soften our shoulders, soften our face, close our eyes, relax your jaw, and drop down from your head as if you were dropping a pebble into a pond or into a lake or a stream, dropping this pebble through the water, and the pebble drops from your brain down through your body, through your heart, to the ground and your root and the earth below. Maybe drop another pebble and one more, and possibly you notice each time the pebble could slightly change in size or color or quality, dropping down into a space of centeredness. Now let's start to breathe with that expanding energy again, with an inhale, expanding in all directions through your lungs, filling up and circulating the oxygen around your body. As you exhale, releasing any energy that you want to release actively and let go of. Inhale to fill up fully with thriving energy to circulate this around your body. Now exhale, softening, releasing, and letting any energy go that you know you want to release. Inhale to fill up again, inviting freshness, cleansing and transforming. Exhale, releasing, inviting the energy to go, to clear and transform. And this transforming breath keeps circling round with your own rhythm, your own speed, your own awareness. And as you breathe with the medicine of your breath, of your life force, noticing the whole of your body, how you can allow the breath to fully fill your torso and fill your lungs, oxygenating all of your organs and the cells of your body and your brain. And how maybe you can imagine that you could breathe all the way down to your feet, your toes, the soles of your feet, and all the way up to the crown of your head with an inhale. As you exhale, breathing down, and maybe you breathe down to your hands, to your fingers, your palms, your thumbs. As you inhale, breathing up through your body again. Exhaling, breathing down again to your feet, the soles of your feet and your toes. Inhale, breathing up through your body, filling up. Now noticing your breath as if it was coloured with light, and you can choose which colour you breathe with. And possibly as you breathe in, the breath is a certain colour, and as you breathe out, it's a different colour. And possibly as we breathe out with our releasing, letting go breath, this could change the colour and the consistency. Maybe you imagine it's dark and like smoke at first, and as each breath is clearing and transforming and allowing the release more and more, the breath lightens to be the same on the inhale and the exhale, to be the same eventually, but perhaps that is different for you, and the breath can be two different colours as well. So whatever is happening and your own awareness, your own perception is your truth. Just noticing that, and noticing as we breathe deeper how the colour can be cleared on the exhale as well. Clearing the colour on the exhale, clearing and letting go of any density, any stagnant energy, any negativity, anything holding you back. And let's notice now affirmations for our body, affirmations that we would like to bring into our consciousness. And perhaps this is a very simple affirmation that you know instinctively yourself for your body. What would you like to say to your body? How would you like to thank your body? How would you greet your body like your best friend? And perhaps these affirmations can be repeated. I'll read some now to you. It is natural for my body to be well. I have trillions of cells with individual consciousness, and they know how to be active, they know how to balance. My body knows how to be healthy. Well-being is natural to me. Sorry about that, my dog came in. My only work for right now is to relax and breathe fullness into my body. It is natural for me to take time to thank my body for its well-being and all of the movements and the health it provides me. And now let's notice how we feel now about our body. And if there's any other area that you'd like to send healing to, noticing these sounds of the singing bowls and sending the sounds to that area or to the wholeness of your body in a fullness with your breath as you breathe in and out with these sounds. As you allow those sounds to settle and absorb them, seal them into every cell, every organ, all the way through your body. Noticing how your mind is now. And as we are aware of our thoughts, as we notice them, let's bring our awareness to our thoughts and what our thoughts have been moving with recently. What have we been thinking about recently? What have we been appreciating and also being challenged by recently? And as you breathe again, allowing your brain to actively clear with your breath. With an inhale, imagining again the breath moving up now to your brain and the crown of your head. And as you exhale, the breath is either imagining to be out of the crown of the head, through your nostrils, of course, or just through your nostrils. So you're breathing up the nostrils to your brain, the crown of the head, and as you exhale, maybe out of the crown of the head or through your nostrils, or both, in a way that is your own interpretation of that, as you breathe up to your brain and release from your brain in your own way, into the center, into both hemispheres of the brain, and expand out as you exhale, releasing and clearing. Keeping that going and noticing a color again, a color that you choose or that just comes to you. There's no pressure on the color, and noticing what color is breathed out as well, and if the color is different, and whatever comes up in your intuition. And as we're circulating the awareness of the hemispheres of the brain and the magnetic field of our brain, let's circulate the breath like we're clearing again, just like we did with our body. And as we clear out any stagnant, any negative thought patterns, any patterns that we don't want to be so prominent in our life anymore, any negativity or anything that you know that comes up for you that is not serving you and isn't your truth. Often we think of things and we tell stories and we exaggerate them, and we know really that it's not true, but we kind of repeat that brain pattern again and again, and it causes our brain to be out of balance. So with this, let's breathe in to balance and breathe out to let go of any imbalances, to recircle and recharge, to re-simulate our brain, to reprogram actively. And as you breathe, thinking about affirmations, and what affirmation could you say to your brain now that is unique and really special for you personally? And perhaps a few of these affirmations resonate with you. I'll read out. Right now, it's a good idea to gather information about the world and about my whole being. There's still plenty of time for me to do everything that I wish in my life. We live on a changing earth, and life constantly changes around me. I am expanding consciousness, and with my thoughts expanding, they change and progress, grow with every breath. I am abundant. I am thriving. I am connected. I am divine love. Now let's breathe the affirmation that most resonated with you, that was either for your body or your mind, and combine that affirmation with your breath to be all the way through your whole self, linking your body and your mind in this balance with your heart field and with your breath, all as one. And perhaps the affirmation is just the simple I am divine love, or your own particular one that's right for you. Taking 5 more breaths, please. And as we hold this affirmation, this thought, our brain moves in certain new patterns and helps the neuroplasticity of our brain remold and rewire to be in this positive way. When we hold a thought or an affirmation for 5 breaths or longer, really helps us new neurons and new pathways to be communicated through us. So it's really good to hold something for this long. Great. And then letting that go, possibly with a sigh, sighing out. Let's now come to a seated position if we're lying down, please. And start to sit up in your own time. I'm going to place in chat a exercise that we're going to do. So it's just coming up to 1:45, and I'm sorry about the time. I've kind of overrun a little bit, and I thought it'd be good to do this exercise. So you can either stay for it, or if you need to go, I respect that you have your evening, and if you need to go, you can copy this exercise that I'll put into chat now, and just maybe copy it with your own iPhone or your device, whatever you're using, your computer or tablet, and you can do that in your own time. Otherwise, I'd like you to write on a piece of paper, the light I shine bright into the world. And then write your name in the center of the paper. So you can title it The Light I Shine Bright into the World, if you like, and write your name in the center of the paper. And then, like rays of the sun, can start to draw some lines out and link any positive words or affirmations, goals, or ideas that you have, any inspiration that you just like to circle around you at the moment. And this can be a representation of the light that you shine out to the world. Any of the rays from the center of your name out to the outside that you shine to the world. Possibly you don't think about this much, you just let it flow. And this really simple exercise can be done on a daily basis for you to just notice what you want to appreciate and what you would like to celebrate, what you'd like to think about more. And this is like we're connecting our brain and our body and what we want to connect to more and more. And the more we make these connections, the more we make the focus to turn into positivity, to notice what we would like to invite and set as our intention in life. That really, really helps us thrive and bring everything into a magical way of being in our life. So perhaps you think of a few or five or many um, ways that you can connect to. And maybe those are people as well. Maybe you can start to add people, and it can be like a spider gram that it adds and grows and expands, multiplies in a way. And perhaps if you add some other people, you can think of what they do and how their personality is really inspiring and shining for you and for others all around, and what they bring to the world. And this is a really nice thing to do when you have a problem with somebody as well. If you have a situation in your life where there's somebody that you are close to, and you feeling that you can't see their good qualities, or there's a bit of a misunderstanding there, to do this really helps you see and expand and connect to their own truth of love, as we all ultimately are love and want love and thrive with the love of ourselves and all around. So I hope that's helped you tonight, and I hope you can continue with the exercise in your own time. Maybe you can add some colour as well if it feels good for you, colouring the different circles, the different words, to create some emotional link with the colour and the words as well. And perhaps you can place this sun ray picture in a spot where you're going to see it the next few days. And when you feel it's right for you, either on a daily basis or whenever it feels right, you can do it again and again and repeat this. And anytime where you're feeling out of sorts and you want to recenter and you just want to focus on an exercise that is creating new thought processes for your brain. It's a really good exercise to do, as well as the deep breathing and everything that we've gone through tonight. And this weekend, you may know, is a new moon in Pisces, a really dreamy time. So it's a good time to set new goals and new dreams in our life, and what we dream of, what do we want to dream of, and consider all of that at this time. So perhaps some of the rays are dreams and different goals that you would like as well. Thank you all. It's nice to see you writing and busy creating. Thank you so much for a lovely session. It's gone so quick. I know that a few of you haven't got the sleepy tea and card yet, and they'll be sent out tomorrow if you've just signed up for it from Friday onwards. I hope everyone else has received theirs. Please message me if you haven't received it and you've signed up earlier on in the week and you think that it should have arrived by now, or if that applies later on this week and you haven't received it, I'll make sure you get it, and just message me if if it doesn't turn up. Please let me know, and we'll talk about that, and I'll send it out again to you. And also the sleepy tea, you'll see has instruction on the packet, but you just take 1 teaspoon of it and put it either into a tea strainer or a teapot or a cafetiere or even a mug, and then pour the water in, and the tea leaves will go to the bottom if you don't have any of the above, you just have the mug. um, and you just pour the water in, let it steep for about 10 minutes, and it's good to drink between half an hour to an hour before bedtime. Maybe an hour before bedtime would probably be a good idea, so you don't get disturbed in the night of going to the toilet. And watch your dreams, and it's a good time to, as the new moon in Pisces, to be aware of your dreams more, and to maybe keep a dream journal or just have a piece of paper by your bed. And when you wake up and you know that you've had a rememberable dream that's quite vivid and strong in your mind, write that down, as our dreams are our subconscious messages. And even if the dream hasn't been a pleasant experience, it is a message for you. So both dreams and nightmares are very good messages for us. Um, and I hope that helps you, and I hope the sleepy tea is beneficial for you. And I'll talk about that more on Tuesday, because then by then most of you or all of you will have received that for definite. Hope you have a good few days, and I'll see you on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you.